welcome to E-Magazine. I'm your host, Brenda, and Michaba. Now in E-Magazine, we're doing the special edition looking at the new faces in the Kenyan rap scene. And today in studios, I have the one and only Volatile Recordz, which involves Gary and Baba Buddha. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you guys are excited as much as I am.
We are there, for sure.
Now, I just want to jump right into today's conversation by trying to understand what Volatile Recordz is all about.
Volatile Recordz is like a record label which basically we started it like guys who were in the same high school. So, you know, there's that mutual friendship and all that. And so first we're like a group. The group didn't work out. Other people had other fields they wanted to go and like pursue.
Okay.
So we remained like three guys. Boy Black, Marcus, and I.
You guys are still pushing strong.
Still pushing strong, man. After like, how many years? 5, 7?
Yeah, it's more than 7, bro.
It's more than 7?
Yeah, it's more than 7.
Yeah, since 2010, though.
Okay, that's amazing. So tell me about this style of music you do. So far, what projects have you guys worked on?
So basically what we do, we just link up, we sit down in the studio, we decide what kind of project we want to release, or sometimes it's just random. So we just sit down in the studio, basically make beats, because I make beats personally. He helps me with the beat making process. And so basically we just sit down in the studio, look for a certain sound, work on that. It might be hip hop, it might be a beat. So it's just creative, like all the way. Like I can't really tell you, like it's hip hop or like it's R&B.
It switches up all the time.
It switches up all the time because you can release a whole beat without any lyrics on it. Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, it still falls like we still try to remain under the hip hop bracket.
Yeah.
So long as it's hip hop, just a different style. You're
Yeah,
trying
just a
out.
different style.
Okay.
Yeah, trying out.
No, it's for a fact like the rap game in Kenya has evolved over the years. It's switching up here each year. We have different rap artists, underground artists coming up. How has the journey been personally for you guys?
Yo, like real talk in Kenya, it's like so hard. People abroad talk about like, oh, it's so hard over here to make it, and yo, but come to Africa, come to Kenya, man.
It's a whole different
It's a
level.
whole different, like, yo, if you crack the code, you've cracked the code, man. But at the same time, you can crack the code, but you're not getting what your talent matches, you know? Because people are being cut short and all that. And
Okay.
yeah, man.
Why do you think it's so difficult to have that break in Kenya as compared to rappers in the States?
For me, number one, I'd say authenticity, man. Authenticity. Because basically what people like in Kenya are doing, they're like emulating what the West is doing. So, as Fela Kuti one time said, Africa.
It's gonna throw in some Fela Kuti.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
He loves Fela Kuti.
yeah, so Africa, like until the day we start making music that talks about what we're going through and all that, there's nothing we're making, there's no music. So all this is, that's what I'm saying. I think guys have to go back to the drawing board and come up with
Something
right thing.
authentic.
Yeah, something
Okay,
authentic.
what about you, Gavin? What do you think about
I
that?
agree with him. How guys have to go back to the drawing board and everything. But also, us as an industry, guys have to take us more seriously, you know. And this has to start from like school. Because like when I was in primary school, for example, it reached a point where like we stopped doing music in our school.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but if that was like followed up, guys did different instruments and all that. The government took us seriously, artists, you know, like we were being paid the money we were supposed to be paid.
Yes.
That would have like made a change. Because you see the countries around us, like Tanzania, are doing really well musically.
Amazing.
Yeah, and they're so organized. Nigeria as well, they're so organized. So like right now we're just scattered. Like all our energies are just scattered. Like it's like we don't know what we're doing. But the talent is there. The talent is there, but like it's really hard to get your name out there because of the grassroots. Like we just need to work on that foundation properly, then everything else will follow.
And I'd also say like support, man.
There's no support up in here.
Support is like zero, man. Because you find even in a club, apart from Ethic and I'm playing, mostly it's like West African music.
West African music, nothing
Yeah.
else.
nothing else.
Well,
man.
I feel like if you being rappers, of course, you've observed the fact that there's this new wave of trap music in the Kenyan hip hop space. I just wanted to get your personal perspective on that type of music. And as Volatile, have you ever felt the pressure to jump on that wave? Because right now, I think it's getting a lot of clout.
Yeah, we feel the pressure. Like even sometimes you come in the studio and you're wondering like, maybe we should do a song like that. Like so we
Yes.
just like, that's a shortcut if you ask me,
Yeah.
Like we can't be over here thinking like, because trap is the thing or gengeton is the thing, we're also like gonna jump on that bandwagon, We're like really strict as Volatile, we're really strict of like coming up with our own sound. Yeah, and we're looking it's really important that we make classical kind of music.
Yes.
Yeah,
very
not something for that time, short term.
Yeah, not a hit, make a classic.
Yeah, make a classic, something that's gonna be listened to 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Something somebody's gonna sample from you. You get, but
Yeah.
like right now, there's nothing that's sticking. You listen to a song today, by next week there's another song that's gonna be catchier than
Yes.
this one you've listened to this week.
Yeah.
But both of them won't last long. I'm sorry to say, I don't know if it's gonna last, but if you ask me, everybody knows the songs that we like right now are songs that were done decades ago.
Decades ago, back
Yeah,
in the day.
Yeah. Because for me personally, like, my music catalog is like 90s and
And that's the vibe I personally
Falling
get
back.
from your music when I listen to it.
Yeah.
It has that 90s, 80s vibes when it comes to the beat. Reminds me of, Biggie and Tupac. That's the vibe I get, even from the rapping itself.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about, you get influenced by that type of rap, we've moved on 5-10 years, rap was different back in the day. Now, looking at today, what would you say is different about the rap game in Kenya compared to 10 years ago?
I'd still go back and say authenticity. Authenticity. Because you find like times of Issa and K Shaka, they were like rapping what was Nairobi, what was Kenya, And K Shaka went to all the way like to Nigeria and like filled up a whole stadium, man. Like before even like Nigerian music was booming, man. So that's, to me personally, it's all about like authenticity, man. Talk about like issues affecting us in real life, man. Politics, police brutality, stuff like that. But hey, what can be my cup of tea cannot be another person's cup of tea.
Very true, very true. What about you, Gavin? What do you think about that?
Basically, it's the lyrics. I think people don't really take time with with their projects,
Yes.
Like guys in the studio today, they expect the song to be playing on radio tomorrow. So like compared to Longo's guys used to take so much time into their music, into their craft and perfecting that. Right now guys are like in a hurry, guys want things to happen immediately. So I'd say it's that patience and time.
Okay, do you feel like a lot of rappers in Kenya, especially those underground rappers, just want to get into the space just to get known and not really for the passion?
Most rappers want that actually. Yeah?
Okay.
Most rappers, sorry.
It's okay.
Most rappers want that, yeah. Even us, we wouldn't mind blowing up tomorrow. Yeah, but the difference with us is that we understand that it takes time,
Patience.
and patience if you want something really good. That's the difference between us and them.
Okay. Well, I want us to pause there. I'm loving our conversation. But we're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get deep into this conversation with Volatile Recordz. Don't go anywhere. You're watching your magazine.
Yeah.